what's good? Today for you guys about anti-meta deck profile. It's a pretty solid deck. Plays a lot of beaters, a lot of traps. It's a really good matchup against most things, I guess. This is a Blackluster Soldier. You can play lights and darks. It's the beat stick. It's good for game combos. Got 3 copies of Thunder King Ryo. And he's pretty staple in anti-meta decks. Shuts down a lot of things. Stops your opponent from getting out big monsters. Can negate them. And then to play 3 copies of Breaker, the Magical Warrior. And then he's another beat stick. He goes to 1900. But most importantly, Supulsor. He's move a counter and destroy a spell or trap. He's pretty good. Gets rid of back rows mainly. He's good against stuff like Dark Lords, GKs, field cards. And they have to play 3 copies of Cyber Dragon. He's just another large beat stick. And he gets rid of like your opponent's Thunder Kings or Doomcows, large monsters like that. He's good against machine type decks. You can just summon him and get a Chimera thing. Now, 3 copies of Spirit Reaper. He's just a really good wall in general. He's tough to get around, really good against like Rabbit, stuff like that. And you play a lot of back rows in this turn, a lot of like removal. So you can always get in there for a poke or something with him, make your opponent discard cards. And then the last monster, play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. It's a solid hand trap. It's good against stuff like Blind Ups, Rabbit. If you don't draw like the right back rows and stuff, he's another out to get rid of stuff. And then for the spells, 2 Potted Duality. It's a slow deck, pretty stable. Just search for your combos. And you have to play 2 copies of Forbidden Lance. I think this is pretty good. Helps protect your monsters, I guess. You can also use it like Shrink or something. If they attack, you can activate this. And the next one you can attack with like a Reaper or something. If you summon a Breaker, they like try to bottomless or something, you can Chain Lance and then pop another card. When you special summon Cyber Dragon, try to go for like Chimera attack or something against machines. It's another good protection. And then 2 copies of Smashing Ground. Kind of like Lance again, another removal. Because you don't really make too many like big. You don't have a lot of like huge monsters. You don't make like lots of big exceeds and stuff. This is just a good out to stuff to large monsters. Good combo as well with Reaper. Smashing Ground. And you can get a swing. And then I've got a Dark Hole. It's pretty staple. Monster Reborn. Heavy Storm. Moon. I do play a lot of back rows in this deck, but I still think Heavy Storm is really good. People might be not expecting it. If you get it early on or whatever, you can activate it and maybe get a Philosopher. Then you've got a SJ, pretty solid. You can play a lot of back rows. It's good protection. 2 warning. After to run to max out copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. It's a really good chainable card. Most importantly, you can chain it to exceed and they try to attack or something. If they have a Gauze, if you ran into a Gauze, you could compulse it, and then just they got a Gauze, you can play around it, and then double TT. Pretty staple. Solid punishes bad players if they try to overextend. And then 2-dimensional prisons. It's another good out. If you didn't draw, it's good against like Stardust, I guess. If they already have a monster on the board and you draw this later, it's good because you can still get rid of the monsters, unlike Warning, which only negates the summon. And 2 bottomless trap balls. and last two Starlight Roads, just because they are the back rows, gotta protect them. So the side deck will be like two system downs, and go down to machines, pretty much, and then two copies of Nobleman. This is just because you expect people to side in like Snowmans against this kind of deck, and to go out to like pesky face downs like that, or Rykos, I guess, and then two copies of Macro. Do it against decks like just like Dark Worlds, which would be a little bit of a problem, and Dragons, stuff like that, and then you've got 3 Typhoons, stuff like Decree, pretty much just Decree, and then we've got 2 Vanity Screens. It's really good against like Lighthorns, Dragons, stuff like that. Wind-ups, machines, drop this, and if you can protect it, can't really do much. And then you've got 3 Snowmans, again for opposing like anti-meta, hero type decks, it's also really good against Rabbit. And then 1 copy of Miracles. That's a deck. It's pretty solid, I guess. Don't really have an extra deck, but I guess like Chimera Text, Staple Exceeds, maybe like Omnium, probably like with Omnium Catastrophe, probably like Gary Synchros. Yeah. Just because you play Vela and you can like Omnium BLS, pretty much the only reason. If you can make that, it's pretty good.